This is Danny with QuadLugs, and today we're going to do a build on the Mini H. And this is going to be using the 3D printed parts. And if you purchase the 3D printed parts from us, you'll have to do a little bit cleanup on the bridging when it's printed. If you're doing it yourself, obviously, you'll still have to do it. We're going to be furnishing 3D printed parts if you want in the kit, or if you have the, means of printing, you just download the STL files, located under Gallery STL Files. And there we'll have the mini and the regular size, the 1/2x1/2 wood series corners for the Easy H. In mid to late summer, we're going to be producing our parts in injected ABS. So when that becomes available, we'll have it on our site, and of course I'll let you know. And those items are going to be super, super tough. But anyway, right now, if you have to print them, just go to our site, QuadLugs.com, and download the files, or as I said, you can purchase them from us. The regular size Easy H, we've already done a build video on that, and I'll go ahead and put a link to it at the end of this if you haven't seen it yet. Anyway, let's get started, and I do want to show you the cleanup on the bridging, and this is what it's going. Oh, excuse me. This is what it's going to look like. This side is nice, and this side has the bridging on it. What I normally do, and please be careful, I use a knife, and if you just get underneath it a little bit, it'll pull it off. You have to work with a little bit. It doesn't take too long, and it cleans up pretty nice. You'll still be able to notice it a little bit, but it says with all 3D printed parts. So you can clean it up here. You can do a little bit with the knife, and then use the sander if you wish, or a sanding block. Normally I just do this way, and you take a little bit more time than what I'm doing here, and you can really get a nice looking job. And then for this right here, this part here, I normally just insert the knife, and then I'll go around the edge like that, and it'll cut it loose. Let's see here. And then you can just finish cleaning it up. The foot needs, it's got a little bit of an edge on it, and you just clean it off. Anyway, when you finish up with it, it's going to look like this, and it comes out fairly good. And like I said, I haven't taken as much time as I could have with it. But if you print these, or if you buy them from us, this part will be left on, and you'll need to clean that off. And that's for this size and the regular size also. But just remember, whenever we start producing them in injected ABS, obviously all that's not gonna, that was not gonna be required, and it makes it even faster. These are the motor mounts, just like our regular size motor mounts, just smaller. So we're gonna get started here. We have the motor arms, or the arms, are at 14 inches and 9.5 on the body. And I guess what I need to do is maybe make this a little bit, they're not quite even, that I can handle that really fast. And I'll just go ahead and trim this off. There we go. Okay. we're gonna go ahead and it's just like on the if you've seen the video on the full size, goes together just the same. And what I've done, I marked a center mark here, and 1.5 this way, 1.5 this way, 1.5, 1.5 gives us 3 inches, and I'm putting it to the outside because I'm going to use a 3-inch deck. And we'll go ahead and slide that on, and we'll put that 3 inches on the outside. We're going to do that to the same arm, to the other arm, and we'll do this one in white. And if you've watched my videos so far, you know I normally run red in the front and white in the back. And we'll go ahead and get this one on. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and do the body, and again, these are 9.5 inches. And again, as I always say, with all of the quad lug items, you can make this any size you want. This is just a particular size that I'm using, but if you want to make it smaller, you certainly can do that. We're gonna go ahead and put this one on. And again, I'm putting these flush, and like with the other build we did on the Easy H, you can extend this, you can push this on through and have another platform here or here. You know, that's up to you. What I've done is I've drilled 1/8-inch holes. And put number 4 by 3/8 screws in. And let me drill these other 2 here. And of course, is drill it just through the plastic. Then we're going to use a 16th inch bit to get us a pilot hole into the wood. I'll make sure we're still lined up on our marks. Okay. And to 1/8 inch through the plastic, 16th through, you know, for our pilot hole. And that's exactly what I did on this one and this one. That holds this piece in, this one, this one, this one. And so you have, you know, 8 holes to do and 8 screws to put in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and screw this in. Okay, the other part that I've done is that I have, you know, drilled some 1/8 inch hole, used an 1/8 inch bit and drilled holes into the motor mounts. And this is the same thing that we do on our large size. And I'm gonna go ahead and get us a 16th, I'm having a hard time saying that today, a 16th inch bit there. And I'm gonna go ahead and get us a pilot hole drilled in there. And we'll get these screws put in. And these again are number 4 by 3/8. Okay, now we have those secured, and now it's all screwed together. And what we're gonna do now, should be 3 inches to the outside, and that's what we got. And let's get a length on this. And that's gonna be just shy of 8.5. So let's get our wood here, and let's get a mark. And we'll get this cut. Now on the Mini, we're using 3 30-seconds by 3 inch. So 3 30-seconds thick by 3 inch wide. I'm pulling the sticker off of here so it'll look prettier, sort of. And on the regular size, we're using 1/8. So, oh, wrong one. That one's finished. Okay, and again, just like on the larger one, if you've seen it, what we're gonna do, this is designed for the ply to fit in between there. And like I was saying, the other one, that is done that way. It really starts tightening this thing up, meaning makes it really, really solid. Makes it tough. So we'll slide that in. Just kind of take your time doing it. It is tight, and that's what we want, though. And we'll go ahead and push that. And again, I normally keep it, flush with the outside of these, of the arms. And again, that's personally how I do it. It leaves a little edge there, but I kind of think it looks nice. So there we go. And you can see that thing really tightens up. And if you want, you can put a screw here and here, and that really ties it together. In fact, let's do that, and I'll show you how that goes together. If you want to do it neatly, we can get the center mark and be about there. Just so they'll both be uniform, it'll look kind of good. I'm gonna go ahead and get me a pilot hole again. And we'll go ahead and get a pilot hole on this other side. The 3/8, the number 4 by 3/8 is, kind of an overkill on this, on these. So you can definitely use a smaller screw if you want. Better yet, if you want, you can just put a drop right here of CA, thin CA, let it wick through. Oh my gosh. And you can actually do that on all of these, on all of the joints if you wish. The only thing you can't take it apart. This frame here, I just put some dabs of thin CA in there. It took 2 seconds, and no screws, makes it a little bit lighter. Although it has no problem with these, taking care of or handling these screws. But the only thing, obviously, if you break it, if you 3D printed these parts yourself, If you break it, obviously, you know, just make another one, good to go. You know, just cut it off, make it a little bit shorter, go ahead. But anyway, so goes together good. But this piece here is like 3 inches by 3 inches, so, you know, I can go ahead and just mark another piece 3 inches. And again, you can make this any size you want. That just happens to be the size I do it in. And it works really good, or it has worked really good for me. So, you know, that's my reasoning behind that. So let's go ahead and get this cut. And again, this is out of the same 3/32 by 3. And if you don't get the wood from us, you know, any hobby shop handles this, Hobby Lobby, the craft store, Michael's, most of those people, you know, handle this, this wood. And again, I am using bass wood for everything. Works really good for these. So on this, you just, you know, center it up and shoot your 2 screws in. Again, if you go to our site, I have the motors listed and some links on where you can get them. That's just one place you can get them, obviously. You can get them at a lot of different places. And I'm using the, I think it's what, the 220414 10 amp ESCs. I'm not putting a battery mount on this. I'm just putting Velcro at the bottom. And I'm using 2-cell 1000 2-cell batteries, and they just clip right on here. Or they just Velcro on here. They stay, they're not going anywhere. Super easy to put on. And they do real well. And if you notice on this particular one, on the motor mounts, instead of putting a screw, I just put a tie band. And you can do that on yours too. I mean, it works really well doing it that way. So screw, glue, or tie band. They fly good. I have some flight footage I'm gonna be posting here in the next today or tomorrow, and of these flying, and man, I had a blast with them. I forgot how fun it was to fly these. It's been a while, but we had a blast. And anyway, that does it on this. Try it out. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you, it's a good little frame. It flies really well, and running a 1400 or 1450 kV with the 8x4, 8x4/5, I think, props. It's on the site, but it's very forgiving. It's great for learning. It's not intimidating. Great for learning and great for practicing, you know, some of those new techniques, as I say. Again, this is Danny with QuadLugs. We'll see you on the next video, and please try one of these. I think you're gonna love them. But anyway, take care, please subscribe, and we'll see you soon.